Okay. Alright, so welcome back to Shockwaves Labs. We are taking a little departure from gameplay, and we're going to take a look at James's Dino-Bot deck because it started off great, and it doesn't have the luster it used to have, because out the gate this thing was just swinging hard, and now with all the new decks coming out, it's just not performing. And so we're seeing if we can just retool this thing to optimize it.
Well, the crazy part is it's not performing against some of the decks it used to perform against.
That's true.
That's the weird
Because before, like, this would go against, in the previous video, we had Nick's No Mercy Nemesis deck, and the Dino-Bots would just take it to town. Now it is not performing that well. And so what we have here is so bot-wise, we've got Grimlock, Sludge, Snarl. Upgrade-wise, we've got Jaws of Steel, Laser of Ironhide, Force Field, Grenade Launcher, Improvised Shield, Flamethrower, Matrix of Leadership. Action-wise, we've got Incoming Transmission, Dino Chomp, Peace Through Tyrannies, Ramming Speed, Supercharges, Rollouts, and one lonely little Rapid Conversion. So obviously, as you can see, this thing is super heavy orange. Literally the only blue is from the multicolored cards.
And the Dino Chomp.
Oh, the Dino Chomp. My fault. Let's see. We're only rocking 4 white cards. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is super surprising. It just feels like they come up more often than that.
Well, I have an Excel sheet, and I kind of ran all the numbers, and I have all the different displays, and I actually have it do flips, and it tracks the cards as you flip them. And I've found that 4 to 5 white give me the best spread, where I can get the best results on a small flip without clogging up my large flips. So that I can get decent, low, like 2-card flips or 4-card flips, but, not when I get to like 6 or 8, not bunching up and clogging up the bold 5 or 6 or something like that.
The worst thing is like when you get like the last game, I think it was the last game or the game before that, where I swung with bold 5 and it had 4 white cards.
Right, exactly. So
I'm like, are you serious? I mean, it doesn't happen often, but it's enough to be annoying.
Absolutely that.
And then, so, first and foremost, I think I already know the answer to this question. I think it's going to be no. In case you didn't hear me, I said I think the answer is going to be no.
The answer is yes!
So, are we good with the bots?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. No changes with the bots. So we are.
The only one I might change is Snarl for Swoop. And the primary reason for that is honestly to just have a higher health character sitting on the board, because he's 10-2 when he's in his Dino mode. But realistically, I like how hard Snarl hits, because even without transforming, he's hitting for 4, which is one more than Swoop's hitting for. And his both his mode abilities I find to be better than Swoop's. Being in robot mode, attacking, being able to stack one of those double orange pips that you're not using for anything else is nice. And when you Dino Chomp your hand away, transform into Stego, you can get that 2-card draw.
Okay, 2 things.
Yo.
First off, for Swoop,
yes.
The argument I would have for Swoop is that if you're going to stay super heavy offensive, then is Swoop really so quick to discount because he's swinging with a printed 5? A 5-0.
Well, if you go the other side, if you flip him, he's 5-0.
Yeah, and then if he happens to survive whatever attack hits him, you can transform it and throw some direct damage on there. Now, and also, I guess really quick to answer probably a lot of people will comment or suggest is ISO functions. Are you going to try to go with the ISO function combo?
No, I have one deck I use ISO function in, but it's
you're ISFs?
Guaranteed to flip it, and it does nothing on a flip, and it might show up. We played 2 games. I never had a force field once in my hand. Yeah. So if I replace, say, my force fields, whether it was 1 or 3 of them with ISO function, that's 2 games, it doesn't show up. But I did flip all my force fields. Yeah. So they did stuff there. They did nothing there. So it's just a numbers game. An ISO function could change the whole game when it shows up.
Okay, just double checking. Yeah. Because I'm sure someone's going to be like, well, dude, why does the store ISO function on there since you have Sludge and Dino-Bots?
I just never been a fan of the ISO function. I do not think.
No, I agree. I just want to make sure people.
Well, I'm just playing for the channel. It's just I do not appreciate their worth in most decks. Getting Sludge in to do the heal is a great thing, or if you lose Grimlock early, getting him in for an extra swing is also a great thing. But I just do not I do not like flipping that blank. It does not help. You're gonna flip cards. You're not necessarily gonna play cards. So my flips are very important to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, especially for Dino-Bots. Dino-Bots are all bold.
Yeah. They love that bold.
That dude. All right. I think.
So right now,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have the deck laid out. I'm laying off all the cards that I've at least considered. Now, I know they're not in shot for them. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
These are the cards I'm considering the putting in because they're offensive in some way, shape, fashion, or form.
Right.
Just because.
Well, here. How about this? So we can just see what people. This thing isn't bolted in.
Well, actually, don't leave where it is. We can just move up here.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Where the playing area you're in. So.
Yeah. That's right. All right. So let's do that. Let's do that. Boop and boop. All right.
Sorry, didn't hit you.
Now I know it could be sacrilege to talk about. I brought it to James earlier for the ramming speed because to me it feels like first and foremost ramming speed is there for force field, and if that's the case, might as well put in a drill arms in there.
Well, my second thought is like, again, they don't necessarily show up when you need them. It's not as guaranteed, so might have a card. Might want to swap that out for a card that's always useful.
Right.
And that's why what I'm trying to do is cards that are always useful. There's never a time where I don't want to play a grenade launcher, Jaws of Steel, whatever. The only time I don't, I guess, is when it's like.
Well, no, but I mean, drill arms.
Right, exactly. But I'm saying that's a card that's always useful. You're always getting a +1, or you get a card draw, or you destroy something. That is a card that's always useful. This is not a card that's always useful.
Yeah.
It's always it's always useful when they have a force field.
Yeah.
Or when they have that
what is it, a body
reinforced
armor?
plating or body armor or whatever, thing like that. But
you need to slow you down.
But there are times when it's in your hand and it's not doing anything for you. But it has the right flip color.
Or I mean, because if I take a more a little bit defensive, I don't know.
Well, that's why I'm also considering debilitating crystal. That's another way to get rid of force field that's in the way.
Oh, that's true.
Force field or any armor that's in your way. That's a way to do it. Plus, it's got Grimlock in the picture. Because that arm is Grimlock.
Oh, jeez. James knows his stuff, people.
Yes, indeed.
James, he knows his stuff. All right. So we could do. I really think. Power Sword probably belongs in there.
Yeah, and the only reason they didn't make it in the initial setup, or this is actually not even the initial setup. This is like several remakes along the way before it hit its stride. And it's been like this for like easily over a month or two now. Is because of the blue pip.
Yeah.
And it's not available for all characters because he's not melee.
Well, yeah.
Because I try to like to make everything.
Which is so weird because he has a sword in hand.
I know. Well, he's got a gun too, so he's specialist. They do both.
Well, that makes sense.
But then we have the specialized equipment.
But Grimlock is melee both modes.
And
Snarl is melee
in both modes.
Oh, he's melee in both modes too.
Yes, they both are.
So there's a very good chance that Power Sword's going to kick off.
It's just that blue pip. That's the only thing that slows it down.
Yeah, it's the blue pip slows you down. Ugh.
So I guess when it comes down to it, the double orange pips, even though they're not as useful in hand, I mean, occasionally a piece of tyranny can be amazing. They stay because of how well they work out with all the bold that the team has.
Right.
So they're pretty much shoe-ins. Dino Chomps, that's a huge amount of bold. It's so worth
5.
that blue. Yeah.
With this, No, I don't see Dino Chomp being a detriment to you.
I mean, really, the cards I question in the deck, honestly, are the force fields because I almost never get them to play.
Really?
Because they either don't draw them, or they just when I do, I can be more aggressive without them, and I'm trying to get that kill or we're trying to defend.
Okay, that's true.
I mean, I guess in all the games with the Dino-Bots, I think I've maybe played force field like 4 times.
Just going naked makes me nervous.
Doesn't it though? Doesn't it? But that's what this deck kind of lends itself to. It's turbo aggressive.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess I'm more trying to
I think it'll
them
work
out than to defend myself.
So I think it'll be double-edged sword. I think it'll work. it'll make it more competitive against other 3-wides and defensive decks. But I think it'll solidify a 4-wide killing you.
We can definitely playtest that.
Yeah, for sure.
I can see where you're coming from for sure.
Yeah. But then again, it goes that whole like rock paper scissors thing of like this game. It's like not all decks will be good against all things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm definitely okay with incoming transmission coming out. I mean, I like it. There's been times it's been great, but
I think incoming transmission would be great to get rid of this for this.
That's the one I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Swapping this one for this one because I'll put this up here because of its offensive potential. This deck moves so quick because of its aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Rarely is this more than a +1.
Yeah, exactly. I honestly don't know why you put it out there.
It's orange. I like to just give it an option. And you never know when you might have that. You know, you have a Jaws of Steel or Matrix and a sword on someone, and you can +2, which actually does get farther than the Zapton at that point in time.
Yeah.
So I mean that's.
Yeah, I mean, I just see Zap being more practical because, I mean, especially against a 4-white deck, if you go against the Secticons, my deck,
and
that's
what I was saying earlier too. Is like, yeah, it's great, a great way to make shrapnel go away a turn early, and it's sometimes you got 2 guys who are low, one guy's got like 2 health, one guy's got 1 health, and if you swing through with Grimlock, they're just going to make sure they kill off the other guy with 1. But if you zap him first, then they have to put that carryover damage on another bot.
And then, so I guess, I mean, if you want to go ham, that would keep the ratio proper.
Yeah, I was going to say, so if I did that for that, and that for that, then that's got some stuff going on.
And then, did you want... I mean, did you want to do Power Sword for Flamethrower?
No, because I like the bold. I mean, I like that bold option for anyone. Anyone can use that.
Yeah.
Play.
Or.
I realized
I was about to say Grenade Launcher for Power Sword, but I mean, like.
No, right now I have 3, 6, 9, 12 cards that can be played on anyone for attack options. I kind of want Leaping Battles to get in there somehow, but I was worried about that blue setup.
I mean, blue goes both ways too, because it can also prevent.
Me from dying. That's what I was saying. And maybe I need to let a little more blue filter in, let my bolds get a little less reliable, but then be able to survive more.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, and that's why this one kind of just goes right out because it's hurting itself.
Oh, there's a blue pip card. I mean, it's not hurting yourself too bad because a blue pip is removed from playing it on the character.
That's true. That is true.
But yeah, Supercharge obviously you want to keep.
If I have this and this, and I have 2 answers for force fields in the way.
That's true.
But again, I still stand by so many games where this is not.
But that's the thing. I mean, it's an orange pip card.
It is. So I mean, it's not hurting me.
It's an orange pip card that is at least doing damage. Ideally, you'll draw it, and same thing with debilitating crystal.
Yeah.
All right, drill arms, probably not. Because you'll need 9 answers for an upgrade.
Sure, maybe you do.
Well, I mean, what kind of deck you're playing against, you know?
Yeah. I always had a way to fit in Legion of Battles without trying to pull something else out. That's it.
Yeah, I know.
I guess right now I haven't actually altered my orange pip ratio at all yet, have I?
No, it's exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Maybe. That's a bad move. You want to keep the action equipment ratio, is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it going even, but I don't want it to swing too far one way or the other.
Okay.
So right now we got 21 to 19. I'm okay with that. I don't mind 20, I don't mind 21 to 19. I just want them to be very close. That way, hopefully you're playing both each turn, unless like the last couple.
Yeah, the last couple games, like, I have all upgrades.
Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't worry about this too much because really, this is taking the place of this.
Yeah.
Like anyone else's deck that wasn't a Dino deck would probably be running Leap into Battles.
That's true.
And because they wouldn't have the option to use Dino Chomp, and I'm kind of using Dino Chomp that's kind of replacing Leap into Battle.
All right.
So, is that? Looking for inspiration.
Yeah, just double check and make sure we're not like overlooking anything.
I mean, I thought about using treasure hunts.
That's right. You don't use treasure hunt.
No, because I always found inspiring or incoming transmission a better. Well, I normally don't have to dig. Most games I have one of each in my hand at some point in time. And with incoming transmission, not only do you get to dig 2 cards in, potentially find something, but you get to stack something. So if you have one of those improvised shields or a piece of tyranny is just clogging up your hand, you can go ahead and stack it for the extra damage.
Right.
So I'm thinking, you want to just try like this? Maybe?
Yeah.
I mean, it's changed. I mean, it's not like I can't change it back if it doesn't perform as well as it has in the past.
Yeah, that's true. Those of you guys, that's like set in stone.
That's right.
Alrighty. So yeah, so we'll give this a run. See what happens. Yeah. So I guess check in next time, and we'll have James's deck, the new Dino-Bots, ready to roll. Peace.